NFL Week 9. We have so many props to talk about, parlays to talk about, NFL underdog picks to talk about. Man, it's going to be an exciting day. A lot of big over and under high spreads coming off the series show last night. I got a parlay that's almost plus 2,000. We're going to hit it. We're going to have some fun right here on the NFL Jigsaw Puzzle Piece Show. What's up, everybody? Tony Jigsaw Cutillo here. As always, WinDailySports.com. Make sure you're liking and subscribing the stream. You're subscribing to the channel. Again, we are here. We are talking props, plus money props, crazy parlays, okay? And just so everybody knows, last night, the NBA sucked, okay? Stole my money, but that's okay. Okay, because I'm ready to get my money back. That's the way this works, right? It's up and down. You got to ride it, right? But here's what you ride. You ride the crazy parlays and you do the single bets. Like I tell everybody, because if you do the single bets, what happens is you come out ahead. Okay, so make sure when you watch this, for people that aren't tuned in yet or new subscribers, that you understand that you have to place these single bets, man. And you get all these single bets in our bet tracker right over at WinDailySports.com. And use that code word HEAT, okay? ATAT, okay, to get that 50% off. Like I tell everybody, I mean, listen, if you watch me, you follow me, you get the 50% off. And you get me one-on-one whenever you want. Email, DM, Discord, text message, man. This is how I do it. This is how I roll. This is just a few of the things, and we're going to get into it because there's a bunch of new subscribers, okay, that just signed up. So I want to show everybody, like, again, this is what we hit already this year a couple weeks ago. Okay. Look, you got to look at that 4-pick parlay. Okay. Plus 33.93. Yes, that was a touchdown parlay that we hit. We hit the 3-leg parlays. We hit the 2-pick parlays. Okay. NBA. Just a few days ago, which is super hard. The 3-pick parlay, the 3-point parlay. Okay. The PRA parlay. Listen, again, this is what we hit. Not every day, okay? Not every day, okay? Because we hit every day. No, there would be no sports books, okay? But the thing is that what I'm trying to do is continue to make sure that you build your bankroll the proper way and you never have to deposit, right? So you want to deposit one time. And then you want to keep rolling with that, okay? And again, if you're not on Underdog, make sure you get on Underdog. I'll be dropping an NBA Underdog pick'em for tonight's games, about 7-8 NBA games tonight. So I'll be dropping that later today for Underdog, like I always do. Make sure you get signed up at Underdog, okay? And it's very, very simple. Here's the NBA Underdog right here, okay? Win Daily 100, okay? Up to $250 in bonus cash. Win Daily 100. That's what keeps me going and keeps these streams going. If I don't get subscribers, I get somebody to sign up, guess what? At the end of the day, this is gone. Because in my opinion, it's not working because people don't want to hear me. Okay, so you let me know if you want to continue to hear me speak and talk. And real fast, this is a little different. I'm just not going to throw numbers at you. We're going to have a conversation. Anything you got, any questions you have, fantasy football mailbag, props mailbag, DFS mailbags. At 11 o'clock, you're going to get right on this channel. You'll get Ghosts and Sticks breaking down those DFS gems like they do every single week. So you want to make sure you're locked in to that as well. So let's get right into it, right? Let's get right into the parlays because that's what you really want. You want the parlays. And I got a good one. Okay. I got a good one that I cooked up last night. Okay. For this Eagles game. Now, I still think this is the Jahan Dotson week. I said it on Sirius last night. I'm going to continue to say it. Okay. There's specific things that I look for when I place these strategic bets and parlays. It's not all about numbers. Listen, our models are fantastic. Okay. They are a huge guideline to helping you make your final decision. I will tell you that right now. Okay. So you go in there, you pluck off the model, you do what you want. Okay, but you can also pluck off the model and do a little more research and figure out, okay, I really like this. Maybe that pick isn't really right. Listen, I will say that our model is 95% accurate. Okay, there's always a few percentage points here or there with players that just they don't come to fruition for some odd reason. Who knows? But for this right here, I've watched, and again, I've had people. If you follow me, I've had people on my show. Chris Franklin, fantastic beat reporter for the Philadelphia Eagles. I've had him on the show multiple times, and I follow him religiously. And all I've seen all week is Jahan Dotson, Jahan Dotson, Jahan Dotson. Devontae Smith was even working with Jahan Dotson. They had a chain from Jahan Dotson. See, here's the thing that nobody knows. I'm going to give you a little insight. Okay. The reason why Jahan Dotson was not being utilized a lot in the games was because he had a problem holding on to the football. I did not know this. Maybe you did not know this, right? I didn't understand this. He had some bad hands, which is why Washington, unfortunately, they said they couldn't work it out. So they trade him here, okay, to Philadelphia. I say here because I am a Philly guy. So he's working with the wide receivers coach and Devontae Smith all week with a chain on the football as they're trying to rip it out of his hands. Also, putting extra work from the jugs machine, okay? Which you all know what the jugs machine is. It's helping you catch the ball with the different momentums and the different angles and the different speeds. I think Jahan Dotson, I'll tell you what, if this week he doesn't get targeted more than 2 or 3 times, then maybe he's not ready. But I feel like this week is his calling out party. The bets are there. Over 1.5 receptions. That's actually a plus money bet. Okay, I like to give plus money props. That's a plus money bet. It was a plus 170 last night. I think it dropped to like plus 145 because people are listening and they're throwing some money in there, right? Jahan Dotson receiving over 9.5. Love it. Evan Ingram, the only person that I actually would bet on for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Listen, I am telling you right now that this Philadelphia Eagles secondary is legit. Even without Darius Slay, don't read into it. I'm telling you, Kason Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, they are legit. Okay? They are legit. And I look at Evan Ingram as Philadelphia has always had a problem covering the opposing tight end. Okay? Doesn't matter who. Even goes back to Algie Crumpler days. I don't know what it is. They just always had a problem. It's probably because they never have stud linebackers. They always have mid-tier linebackers that have problems with coverage. So Evan Ingram over 35.5 receiving yards, I think, is a very, very solid and attainable play. And then Saquon Barkley, I will say this and I'll continue to say it. Okay. I want to show everybody when I do this. I got to show you guys what I'm looking at. So I just want to let you guys understand exactly what I'm looking at when I do these and why I like one number over another. Okay. This is what I want to do. Now, when you look at this Philadelphia, I'm going to bring up the DraftKings page here for you guys. And I want to show you something. I want to bring it down and I want to show you why I don't like the actual rushing yards for Saquon. Okay. So let me share this tab instead. Now, when I go to place my bet for Saquon, I look at his over rushing. Okay. Is over 68.5. And I look at that. I'm like, all right, you know what? He should hit 100, right? He should. But then I go down and last night, now this dropped a little bit. His attempts last night during the show were over 19.5 at plus 100. It was at plus money. Okay. What that shows me is Vegas doesn't think he's going to get the attempts. Okay. They don't think he's going to get the attempts that he needs to get to the 86.5 number. Again, I could be dead wrong. That's the way I look at it. So what I do is now I go with the ever safe rushing and receiving because I look at Saquon, right? And let's go to the receiving props and let's see what Saquon's over and under are. Okay. Saquon Barkley over 2.5. Now that's plus money, but what's his yards? Over 13.5 at minus 110. Okay. So I look at that and I go, okay, so he's going to get, in my opinion, he's going to get 20 yards receiving. Okay. So I don't know if he's getting the 86, So I go on again on my pick with the rushing and receiving, okay, at 100. I go to the alt line, I drop it down, I play it safe. It's juiced up a little bit, but I'm almost at plus 500. And if you get your boost, you'll probably go to about plus 580. Okay. So I'm there. So that's my parlay, okay, for the Eagles and the Jaguars. I think it's a very, very attainable play. Absolutely love it. Okay. Now, let's get to the next one. Now, this one's an interesting one. Okay. I tell you, I get different, right? I get names that you may not. Now, Calvin Ridley, huge game last week, right? Huge game. But what I will say is I don't know if that is achievable once again. We don't know. Okay. Game scripts, game flow, you never know. But the over 53.5, okay, that I saw, I didn't like. I mean, I didn't love, I should say. I didn't love, okay? Because I think he comes back to earth a little bit this week. I can't put all my faith in Mason Rudolph, right? It just can't happen to me, okay? And I'm gonna share his tab again. I want to show you guys what I look at. His over 4.5 is almost at plus money. So to me, it's telling me that Vegas doesn't think that he's going to get to 5. Okay, which means he's going to need a big play to get to over 53.5. So what I'll do is I'll go, okay, like if I'm going to do that, what I'm going to do is I'll go to the receiving yards and I look at the alt, which is 50. It's a little juiced up at minus 140, not terrible. Okay, so I'm like, you know what? I feel safe at 50 or more. So I'm going to go 50 or more, and I'm going to take Cal and really go, okay, I'm good with that. Okay, I'm good with that. And now it gives me a little safety that you don't think it's a lot, but it really is. It's crazy, right? And then Kayshon Boutte for the New England Patriots was targeted heavily last week. Again, when you have a rookie quarterback in Drake May, you just never know who he's going to develop that synergy with at any time. We all thought it was going to be Jalen Polk. Obviously, it is Hunter Henry, who we like here at over 3.5 receptions. But Kayshon Boutte, to me, we all thought it was going to be Demario Douglas. You got Kendrick Bourne. I think it's Kayshon Boutte. Okay, and Kayshon Boutte's prop over 2.5 is another plus money prop that you want to hit on as well. Plus money prop, it's plus 125 right now for over 2.5. So you get these 3 picks right here for plus 650. Okay, plus 650. This is a very, very good bet. Like my man Javon checking in says, "Oh, I like the Kayshon Boutte prop. I was on his receiving prop too. He's been involved more." Exactly, Javon. That's what I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at these, and again, get the numbers out. This is what happens because when we get into these guys, what happens is 2 weeks from now, you're no more plus money prop for Boutte. There's no more plus money prop for Boutte, man. He's not making it. So I like the plus money prop for Boutte right there. And again, we are going to continue on this parlay streak like we always do. Again, WinDailySports.com. I have to tell you, man, get signed up. I just had somebody sign up yesterday for a yearly. Okay. Even though I didn't hit the parlay for NBA, I've hit so much the last week. We've already hit 3 parlays in NBA, which is not easy to do. And we had a really big night. We hit another monster parlay on Thursday Night Football. So I had a couple people sign up then, and I had one person sign up, my man Kitty. So, Kitty, I appreciate you. You sign up yearly. He signed up yearly at a yearly price with 50% off using that code word HEAT. You see it right here, HEAT. That's what you'll get. 25, okay? 750 for a week, okay? Quarterly, 3 months for 75 or a year for 250. So, again, there's a couple ways you could do this. Okay. Like I tell everybody, there's a couple ways you could do this. You could pop over to Underdog. Okay. And you could get your Win Daily 100 code, sign up. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to get up to $250 in bonus cash, depending on your deposit. You could play your underdogs. You get the deposit. Okay. You play these bonus bets. Okay. Plus money props and a parlay. And when one of them hit, you're going to take that money, you're going to build your bankroll, and then you're going to take the $250 back, and you're going to buy the year membership for Win Daily. And then you're good. Then all the picks are yours for every single sport for the entire year. That's how we roll. Now, let's get back to the parlays, because that's what we really want. We want more parlays, and I got a big one. Plus 850 coming up, man. Plus 850 right here. Let's get to the screen. I think you're going to like this one. Now, I love Chase Brown. I've always loved Chase Brown. I was in on Chase Brown before other people were in on Chase Brown. There was only a few of us in on Chase Brown. I love the over 80. Again, you see how I'm playing the safety valve right here. I play the rushing and receiving. They're very rarely will you see me just bet rushing alone. I love to do rushing and receiving, especially on dynamic running backs like Chase Brown. I know he got 2 or 3 catches. That's it. It doesn't matter. One of those catches could easily go for 20 or 25 yards because he's so dynamic, and it allows us the opportunity to get the rushing involved, okay, inside the prop. So I loved it. I love the over 88.5. No Zach Moss. The Vegas Raiders stink. Listen, Chase Brown. Okay, I just love Chase Brown. Love Joe B today. I said this last night on DFS. I think he could finish as the #1 quarterback in DFS this week. I do. I think he could be that dynamic this week. Even without T. Higgins, I don't think it matters. Mike Gesicki gets involved. This is shout out Jason Mizrahi. Point this one out. Mike Gesicki over 34.5. So I'm going to ride Jason on this one. I do like this play. Obviously, he's going to be the #2 target in this offense today. And then you have Chase Brown going to be the #3 target. Maybe Asobis, maybe he gets involved. I don't know, but this is going to be a very, very attainable play. And I what I did was I threw one Vegas Raider in there. Okay. Just one, because I wanted to make this a little crazy parlay. I wanted to make it a 5-leg. Okay. Plus 850. Jacoby Myers over 4.5. The one thing about a bad team is they're just going to continue to throw the ball. Right. And they're just going to continue to play, continue to play. Jacoby Myers is going to be out there no matter what, because he was injured and he wants to get, listen, this guy wants to build his stat sheet. You have to remember, see, this is the way I look at things, right? Here's a guy who's on a bad team. He was injured. Okay. Now he's back. And he wants to build a reel, man. He wants to build a stat sheet. He wants to audition for other teams, whether it be his free agency or a trade market. Okay. Because when you're on a bad team, that's what you do. Okay. So he's going to want to continue to be involved. He's playing for him, which is fine. Let him play for him and then let him play for us. So that over 4.5 it's juiced up to -165. But again, it's in our parlay to give us that extra leg to boost us up 200 points on the plus money to plus 850. So I like this play a lot, and I'd be shocked if Joe Burrow doesn't throw at least 3 touchdowns today. So this over 1.5, I think, is an absolute lock. The only way is if this game gets way out of hand, but I do think the way Cincinnati is built, I think they're just going to keep rolling. They'll just keep putting up points. I do. I think they're going to keep putting up points. Now, let's get to I think it could be the highest over and under today, right? 52.5 for Dallas and the Falcons. Listen, this game could go a number of ways, but one thing for sure, okay? The way it's going to go, okay, it's going to be a lot of scoring, okay? It's going to be a lot of scoring today, man. And again, I don't know what the hell is going on in Dallas, okay? I think we all can assume that Mike McCarthy may be out. You see Jerry Jones going on radio stations wanting to, fire people and, for asking questions. It's a little ridiculous, man, when you ask me. I mean, the owner going on there, going off. It's like, come on, man, like stop it, right? But listen, at the end of the day, there's going to be points scored in this game, and that's why I like this play. I'm secretly in on Tyler Algier. That they love this guy no matter what. They continue to feed this guy the rock all the time. They continue to feed Tyler Algier the rock with consistent basis. Okay, they're always in Tyler Algier. It gets me so mad because Bijan Robinson, I don't even have any shares of Bijan, but he's just such a dynamic running back that I just can't believe that they don't hand him the ball more. But they like Tyler Algier. And in a game with a 52.5 over and under, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to score. And I just think from a yard standpoint that Dallas Cowboys are no Micah Parsons today. Their run defense is in shreds, man. So this 51.5 actually climbed from 43.5. Okay. I had this earlier in the week at 43.5. It jumped up to 51.5, which is fine. I still like it, but just shows you how much is coming in on Tyler Algier. Now, Kirk Cousins over 1.5 touchdowns. He had this a couple weeks ago in the first quarter, man. So, like, he is clicking. You see him clicking with Kyle Pitts now. Drake London's always involved. And yes, Javon, I love Darnell Mooney over 52.5. And Darnell Mooney is my AJ Brown. And it's crazy. And I'm going to tell you why. AJ Brown's prop for receiving is always over 5.5. Always over 5.5. I don't like the 5.5 because AJ Brown, go look at his stats. He's consistently at like 5 for 119. So I like Mooney as well in the same category. I don't like his receiving props ever. They're always like over 4.5. I don't like it. He is a long guy. He's a speed guy. He gets targeted early and often over the top, over the high the high safeties. Javon has a great point. Diggs is banged up. He says Diggs is banged up. Obviously, he's not playing. It's a good part. You know, you have the opportunity to stretch the field against this Dallas team. And Darnell Mooney could get us in 2 catches, right? So I like the yardage for Mooney with fast guys like that. I love the yardage. Dak Prescott, no matter what, he's throwing a couple touchdowns a day. He even if you look at his games in garbage time, okay, he's always thrown those touchdowns, whether it be to Jalen Tolbert, it doesn't matter. He's throwing the touchdowns. Could be Turpin, it doesn't matter. He's throwing the touchdowns. And Zeke suspended for disciplinary actions. There's a lot of shit going on that team. So I think Dak just comes out and says, look, follow my lead. I need to get back on board. And he's going to throw. This is the one thing about Atlanta is Jesse Bates is an absolute stud. To me, he is the top free agent pickup of the entire NFL this year. What a fantastic move by Atlanta for getting Jesse Bates. You know, Raheem Morris had all to do with that. Defensive guy. Cincinnati, you see what they're doing without Jesse Bates, right? So he will be ball hawking out there, but I still think that Dak Prescott, is not going to be afraid. He's going to keep slinging that ball out there, man. He's going to keep slinging that ball. So I like this parlay plus 600. Plus 600, a very, very attainable parlay right here. And let's get to another one, shall we? And this is a boost. Dude, I love this one. I scour for these plays, man. I do. Again, you'll notice the alt line. Now, I took Miami as my upset of the week. I could be dead wrong with this, but these Miami and Buffalo games, sometimes they don't play out the way you would think. It's like when the Philadelphia Eagles play against the Washington Commanders, right? Or the Giants. Well, not this year, or the Cowboys. Like, you just never know how they're going to play out, right? These two teams have historically put up some big boomer bust games. I think that Tua got more comfortable last week. He's back. And I think he goes off this week. I think I am not afraid of the Buffalo Bills secondary. I'm just not. I think he goes off this week. As long as that O-line can hold up, he's learning how to use his head a little bit more, no pun intended, by sliding and going out of bounds and prolonging, obviously, plays and his career. Devon Achane. Okay, I like him. He was getting involved both ways, rushing and receiving. I do think he gets involved rushing a little more this week. I know he had almost, I think he had 97 yards last week, right? On 10 carries. Go over 10.5. I think is a no-brainer to me. I think this is a 12 to 13 carry game for Devon Achane because the more dynamic, that he's involved, the more safer it's going to be on Tua. And I think McDaniel knows that and understands that. So because I think this is going to be a blowout kind of game, like meaning on both sides, I think you're going to see Achane utilized more in the rushing attack than in the receiving attack this week. So that's why I come with the over 10.5. Very, very easy number to hit. Very easy number to hit. And then I like Tua in the alt market. Now his over and a half is 241 and a half. Like I said, I think Tua goes off today. but I don't mean from a statistical of like 400 yards. I think like 3 to 4 touchdowns. I do think he throws 3 to 4 touchdowns today. So I like Tua over 225 and a half. My ceiling for him is 230 because I think A-Chain is going to be involved, like I said, a little more in a rushing attack, which is going to back down some of that yardage because he's going to be handing the ball a little more than throwing the ball like he was last week. So I like the alt line at 225 and a half. And then James Cook is getting more and more involved every single week, even with Amari Cooper there. James Cook, I think they finally realized that this dude is one of the quickest running backs in the entire NFL. And his over 15 and a half receiving yards to me, again, in this kind of game, in this kind of atmosphere, I do think that, Buffalo at times will start. Listen, even though they're playing well, okay, Amari Cooper's still not involved heavily. Dalton Kincaid's not involved heavily. Josh Allen is still running like crazy. And I think that they may give him a little more looks defensively that he may not have seen yet. And I don't think this defense is great by any means, right? But I do think that they'll utilize him to be able to get rid of the ball a little quicker, which means the running backs will be involved in this game more out of the backfield. So I like James Cook over 50 and a half. And the Ray Davis prop to me over 2.5 it's either a sucker bet or it's a lock play. I looked at our model. They really like it. I like it. I think, again, on a big game like this, there's you have a guy like McDaniel, so you're trying to outwit him a little bit, so you may do some different things on both sides. So I like Ray Davis getting involved a little bit today. Again, WinDailySports.com. Make sure you get over there. As always, you get everything that you need to get. Okay. Again, use that code word HEAT, HEAT, $25 for a month, $7.50 for a week. It's like $75 for 3 months, and everything that you get, man. Like I will show you at the end of the stream, everything that you get for your price of admission. Okay, for your price of admission. And then make sure you get over to Underdog as well. And you do, like, again, I will have an NBA Pick'em show later. I do a Pick'em show 5 to 6 days a week. Okay, and we've hit at least 2 of 3. We've hit 3 of 3 some nights, and we're utilizing them in parlays. So if you go on the description, make sure you look at those links there to get your whether it be Bet Rivers, whether it be Bet 365, Caesars, BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel. If you're not a member, please, before you sign up, please reach out, Tony at WinDailySports.com, only because I want you to make sure that you get the deal that you think you're going to get. A lot of people will sign up with those codes, okay? And I tell people this. People just giving out codes, and they have no idea what the frig they are. They just give you, hey, just use my code. They don't even know how to get the code, okay? They don't even know what bets to place, how you have to bet. I'll tell you a story real fast, okay? And we'll get back into this. We got about 10 minutes left. What I will say is, I'll tell you a true story, okay? I had somebody that I know, personal friend of mine, before I start doing this, sign up to 3 different books, okay? DraftKings, FanDuel, Bet Rivers. He went in, or Bet MGM. Went in there, somebody gave him a code, up to $1,000, right? He deposited the max to get the max. One was $250, one was $500, one was $1,000, okay? So this guy, okay, $1,750, okay, one shot. Deposit, because he's like, I'm getting my bonus, man. I'm getting my bonus. All I got to do is place my bet. Okay, he did. He placed the bet. You know what he did? It was baseball season, and he placed an NFL futures bet. Now, just for everybody to understand what that means is you don't get the money until the bet closes, win or lose. Guess when that bet's going to close? February 10th. So in March, you put an NFL futures prop thinking that you're going to get $1,750 in your account because some bozo told you, hey, just use my code because I'm a partner with DraftKings. And bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. And my buddy just saw it, clicked on it, went to it, had no idea. And guess what? He got his money, but he didn't get his money for 7 months. So I say that because I want to help. I don't care about whether I get a percentage or not. please, by all means, I want to help. People that know me, I want to help. So make sure you hit me up, Tony at WinDailySports.com. If you're in Win Daily Sports, obviously in the Discord, pop me a message, send me a DM. Very, very simple, and I will help you. I will hop on a Zoom with you and show you how to do it. Okay, that's how much I want to make sure that you get what you need. Now, let's look at our underdog plays. And what we'll do is I'm going to pick 3 underdog plays, and I haven't even looked at this, right? Because I was doing the props, because I take the props, okay, and I parlay them over, okay, to the underdog picks. So I love the Darnell Mooney, okay? I love the Darnell Mooney play, okay? And look at his receiving right here is 53.5, which I absolutely love. So we're going to go higher, or Darnell Mooney, 53.5. Okay. Now, who else did we love in the prop market, right? We loved us some Chase Brown, right? We loved us some Chase Brown. I know I loved me some Chase Brown, right? Now, his rushing and receiving in underdog is 91.5. Okay. Now, you can use an alt line, and I will do that, and I will show you. Click on it. Now, watch what happens. See this arrow right here? Look, now their alt line is 74.5. I don't know if I want to take that. So this is what we're going to do. We're not taking Chase Brown. This is how we do this, okay? Okay, now here's our Jacoby Myers. But again, no receptions, just receiving yards. I'm not going to take that. Now, we do like Mike Gesicki at 34.5, and his underdog number is higher. Well, it's lower at 33.5, and we're going to go higher. So we're going to go Mike Gesicki right there. Okay, the 33.5. Okay, we're going to take that higher. Okay, for Mike Gesicki. Okay, so now let's get out of this game. Very easy to use, by the way, as you see the navigation. Okay, now who else do we like? We liked Butte, right? Let's see if we can find a Butte prop here on underdog. We also liked Hunter Henry, so we could go there. Okay, look at Butte. Look at Butte. Okay, what do you think, people? I say we go for it. Okay, I am all in on Butte, man. And now let's see. Now let's just see what we could drop him down to. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. Now I like this. We're going to go. It's only 0.15 percentage points lower. Okay, so I'm going to go drop it at 19.5 just in case. Say he gets a couple bubble screens and he only gets 3 yards. Okay, I'm going to play it safe here because it's not that much off my bankroll. Okay, and I'm going to go the 19.5. Okay, I'm going to go higher than 19.5. So these are going to be my underdog 3-play pick on the day. Okay, and again, when you do underdog, you could do the standard. Okay, or you could do a flex. Okay, so again, if you're going to do a standard, the 3, okay, you're going to get 127. Okay, but if you do a flex, okay, if you get 3, you're only going to get 63, but you're also going to get your money back if 2 of them. So, it's up to you what you want to do. I always say that. It's up to you what you want to do. But I do give the 3. Now, again, this obviously would be higher if we did more. Okay, now, if we do more, okay, they're going to be my 3 picks that I really like. Okay, but, if we want to get a little jigsaw crazy, okay, and we want to go to this Philly game, okay, we want to go to my Jahan Dotson play, okay, look at his receiving. I'm going to throw it. Let's get a little jigsaw crazy, okay, let's throw Jahan Dotson in there, and look where we go up to. So now let's if we're going to do 25, now we're talking, right? Now we're talking for 212.50. Okay. Now we're talking. The 3 correct only bangs you about $12 extra. So maybe you do completely up to you. Okay. Some people that I know, some people go $10. Okay. And guess what? They'll come over here and they'll play it again for $5 and they'll do 15. Like it's completely up to you. But I do like the way. And again, if you sign up with Win Daily 100, you're going to get. If you deposit 50, you're going to get 50. Okay. If you deposit 200, you're going to get up to 200 back. Okay. So again, so you can kind of play with that free money when you do these and build that bankroll. This is why I do it. This is why you want to get involved. If you already have that bankroll, that's why you're going to get involved. Right. And then what you want to do is I'll teach you to learn for yourself, to refer people to get I'll teach you. Put it that way. I'll teach you. You want to learn? come talk to Jigsaw, man. Come talk to Jigsaw. And just in case, if you want to get a little even crazier, okay? A little even crazier, all right? If you want to get, if we already, listen, I know we like that Atlanta game, right? So I get it. So let me say, I want to see if Jawan Johnson is in here because he is, but his receiving. See, I would have liked his prop in the air for catches. Jalen Coker. No, I'm not going to be on Coker. Leggett questionable. I do like me some Bryce Young today. But I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to let's see where DeAndre Swift is today. Because again, he has been red hot. Ooh, look at this. Wow. I like the longest reception at 10.5 is actually pretty juicy, man. That's a juicy play. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do we get even crazier? Do we get even crazier? Like, do we get even? I don't know, man. I'm feeling good. You know what? I'm feeling good. I'm gonna feel good with these plays right here. Okay, so here's your underdog plays for today for NFL. Darnell Mooney, 53.5, 33.5 higher for Gesicki. Take the alt, okay, for the higher at night. Drop it down 10 yards, 19.5. Okay, and Jahan Dotson over 8.5. Okay, again, play up. Here's your standard play for $10. It's 85, man. Let's see if we can roll with that. And then we got 8 more plays if we hit that today as well. Again, WinDailySports.com is where you want to go. And yes, my man Sean, 100%. It's coming right now. It's coming right now. Here come the touchdown props. Let's get into this. All right. Stop share. I got all these screens open for you guys. I'm trying to share all over the place. Here you go, Sean. This is Sean everybody loves the touchdown parlays, and I love them too. So here's where I'm going. Here's one I like. Okay. Now, everybody, I get different. Okay. And because I try to get the biggest number I can. Now, I will bet all these singularly, okay, individually. I like Darnell Mooney today. Okay, for a touchdown. I like Keon Coleman, he was targeted heavily, and I think there's a lot of fireworks in that game I told you about. So again, I like Keon Coleman in that game, and I like Mark Andrews starting to get targeted a little more in the red zone. Okay, I'm not worried about Deontay Johnson. He is a possession receiver. Okay, I think that Lamar is falling out of favor with Rashad Bateman. And I think teams are really starting to pay a little more attention to Isaiah Likely because he's a little more dynamic and athletic. So he can run different routes than Mark Andrews. And I think that's actually helping Mark Andrews, as you can see. So I like Mark Andrews this week, plus 22.91. That's 3 picks for plus 22.91. That's a banger, man. That's a banger. Okay, if that hits. So I do like that. Now here's a 6-pick parlay I did. And we're going to end it with this. Okay. Now, these are all juiced up, but these are all my favorite running backs to score. Okay. So big juice. I mean, some of these are like minus 215. Okay. Some of these are like minus 215. Okay. But I say, you know what? I'm going to go back last week when people were hitting the anytime 6, 7, 8 anytime touchdown tight end plays because it was National Tight Ends Week. It's not National Running Backs Week. But I'm going to rewind this for running backs a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to go Kamar in a very, very good setup to score. Saquon, I think he didn't score last week. He falls in the end zone. Kyren Williams winds up in the end zone every single week. And against Seattle, that team is starting to ball out a little better with the Rams as they get healthier. Even if Puka doesn't play, it doesn't matter. Kyron's getting the ball 18 to 25 times every single game, and he's involved in the passing game in the red zone, and he's involved in the goal line. Okay, so I am all in on Kyron. And now the other 3 is DeAndre Swift, okay, who, again, I told everybody, DeAndre Swift, if anybody understands, the last 5 weeks, is the number 2 running back in fantasy football. The number 2 only behind Derrick Henry. DeAndre Swift, people. Okay. There is no competition for carries out there in Chicago. He is the guy. Tony Pollard. Okay. Again, against the New England team. Listen, Tony Pollard, New England is being cooked, man. Tony Pollard will definitely get a couple opportunities to score today. I like him to get in the end zone. And I told you, I know I'm going another Buffalo guy, with this parlay, but I like James Cook a lot. I like the fact that they're giving him the opportunities down there. I do like they're giving him the and he's scoring not just from like the 5, he's scoring from like the 18, he's scoring from like the 12. So his dynamic playmaking ability gives him plenty of opportunities to be able to run the rock, man. So there it has it, man. A bunch of parlays we dropped in today. Again, I'll still be in Discord, dropping more single bets. Let Javon checking in. He says likes Cook and Pollard today as well. Bo Pats. Yes, exactly. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is how you got to get involved, right? You got to get involved in things like this. So again, make sure you get over to windailysports.com. Use that code word HEAT. Get your membership for everything. We don't tier coverages. And I'm going to show you. Okay. I want to show you what you get. All right. So I tell it to people all the time, I don't just, say, hey, sign up. And no, man, listen, I use it. I understand it. This is your premium page where you're going to go if you click on the link in the description, or you just go to windailysports.com, hit subscribe now. Okay. Use that code word HEAT, and everything you put in will drop to 50%. Okay. Everything will drop to 50%, even your yearly. Okay. But what you get, okay, when you become a premium member, is you're going to get all the models, the optimizers, the content, the rankings, the projections, everything you need. Sticks Picks updated 14 minutes ago. The playbook, the DFS playbook. The dude's hitting thousands and thousands of contests every single week. We have Tenacious D, David Jones. Already this year hit a $41,000 contest. Dave Glecter hit a $10,000 contest. Okay. That's just NFL. Okay. But this is what you get. Look, you get NFL prop better model. Okay. The prize pick model. Okay. You're getting the prize picks and the prop better for NBA. You're getting MLB prop better, MLB prize picks, MLB home runs. You're getting all the betting picks. You're getting look at the projections: NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, golf, MMA, NASCAR, League of Friggin' Legends, and NHL. You're getting all the optimizers, even for golf. Okay. You're getting all the tools from the season-long rankings to the NFC team totals, PGA odds hub. These dudes at PGA DraftCast are hitting 35-1, 45-1, 50-1, 85-1. Look at all the sports that you get, Formula One, and it's very easy. Okay, you got your articles and your videos, all your NBA, all your golf, right? Here's your university. This shows you how betting works. Here's every single promo that you have. But again, you're going to contact me first, because I'm going to show you how to get them. And then if you want to get some gear, we got a shop and all your legal betting, right? Everything that's legal, where it's legal, everything about it. Okay. And real fast, what I really love is, like, say you go to this NFL prop better. Okay. This is what I like about what we do. Very, very simple. Okay. Here's your NFL prop better page by our man Goats. Does a fantastic job. Okay. So say we're going passing yards. Okay. And here's your edge meter. Here's your odds, here's your projection. So you go all teams if you want, or you can go any team that you want. I just want to go Denver. Okay. What's Bo Nix? Bo Nix projection. What we have 217. Here's his odds on DraftKings. Here's his odds on FanDuel. Here's his odds on Caesars. Here's his odds on BetMGM. Boom. So who's got the best odds? And then you just go and play that odds. Look, 221. No, 218.5 for minus 115. So I'm going to go BetMGM, right? So then, listen, receptions. Look, all teams were, maybe I want to go to Chargers. All right, maybe I want to go to Rams. Okay, maybe I want to go to Colts. Okay, maybe I want to go by projection, right? Up, down. Who's got the highest projection? Who's got the highest edge? Okay, or maybe I just want to go all teams again. Okay, who's got the highest edge today? It's Greg Dortch in our model. Kenny Gainwell. Okay, Tyler Algier. There's James Cook. Saquon Barkley. I mean, this is receptions, rushing yards. Okay, passing touchdowns. It's all here. That's what you get at windailysports.com. Okay, so get over there. Again, code word HEAT. ATAT. Get your membership today. As always, man, make sure you get my man Sean checking in. He says Win Daily Sports is the best value in fantasy sports betting. Sean, I appreciate you, my man. Always tuning in. I went a little longer today, but I wanted to get a lot of things in. I will be back tonight. Okay. I will be back tonight dropping my underdog NBA plays. Okay. Again, we got a big slate of NBA, and I'll also be dropping my famous Sunday Night Football crazy parlays and plus money props. So as always, everybody, good luck betting. Stay tuned. Okay. In 15 minutes, we got the boys coming up. We got Ghost. We got Sticks. I'm sure Jason's going to make an appearance. Okay. Maybe Dave Gleckner makes an appearance. Okay. Maybe Signajah makes an appearance. Okay. Dropping those DFS gold nuggets, man. They always have the low ownership guys and the guys that you can get in late, and that early tickets, the cash games or GPPs. Okay. They're going to set you up for your DFS day. All right. So everybody, good luck betting. Be smart. And remember, if you need to sign up anywhere, contact me first. Tony at windailysports.com. Only so I can help you make sure you get the best deal. And by the way, for anybody who has signed up already under me, who's in the Jigsaw Society, I'm going to call it, I am developing my own email system for you guys. I will be sending stuff out, not all the time, giving you guys a heads up. Like, hey, man, there's a special promo right here. So you're not flooded with all tons of newsletter stuff just from me, so I can get you involved. And I will run you guys special discounts and codes along the way for Win Daily on gear, on merchandise, on memberships. I will be your guy that you need to talk to for anything windailysports.com. So everybody have a fantastic day. Okay, good luck betting. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you right back here tonight. And